Hello, everyone. And what would it take for us to see your beautiful bodies? After all, it is a body call. What would it take? Yay! Thank you, Praful. Rigakshi. Yay! Amazing. Shobha. How wonderful is that? Amazing. Thank you for switching on your cameras and letting your amazing body show up. Sonu, Inderpreet, Nehal. Thank you. Yay. How lovely is that? How did we get so lucky? Divine Seeds. I love that name, like I said.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's our small startup. Mine Rigakshi's
Amazing.
name as
All the
Divine.
all the
Thank
contribution the
you.
ladies require to outcreate yourselves and to
Thank
show up as the beauty that you be. Okay, so welcome everyone. And thank you for being here. Thank you for joining our call on bodies and earth. And like Sugandha just said, she said she loves the topic and the conversation of bodies and earth. And truly, in my world, every time that I just acknowledge that my body is the earth and the earth is me, and every time I acknowledge that a part of the earth is me, is my body really truly expands. It expands from as, a space of being. It expands as a space of acknowledgement. And there's such a wonderful way of acknowledging who you truly be instead of the need of trying to find out or trying to understand who and what you be. If you could just acknowledge that I am the earth, what would that create for you and your body? What if every time that you have like an issue, quote unquote, with the body, you could actually be the space of, if I was the earth, who would I be here? If I acknowledge that I am the earth, what does my body require? So how many of you have had intensity in your bodies in the past few days? Yeah, that. I know it's not just you, it's not just me, it's probably a number of us out here who's, our body is just so aware, and the change and the shift of energy on the planet right now is so palpable and so real. But how many of you are tapping into that energy and freaking out? Yeah. And they all said, me too. Like, you freak out because the energy that's so intense, that's so real, that's so it has like a rhythm of its own. It's got like rhythm, and it's like that intensity. And instead of just allowing it into your world, instead of just being the space of, I'll have that, I'll have more of that. Most of us put our barriers up and we go into, this is pain, I can't deal with this is too much, this is just uncomfortable, and so on and so forth. And then we go into the mode of trying to fix it. I got to fix this because I'm not doing well. I got to fix this because the energy, the intensity is too much. So does that kind of sound like I just kind of spoke about some of you here? So for a moment, tap into the earth and be like, what if the earth freaked out? What if the earth freaked out and said, this is too much, this is very intense, I can't deal with it, I got to fix it? What what do you what do you think would happen? to each one of us. Would it be ease for you, or would it be disaster? A lot of distractions today. Please, can I request everyone who hops on to please mute yourselves? Thank you very much. All right, so everywhere that you tap into the intensity of the earth, and everywhere that you tap into the intensity of the energy of who you be, and everywhere you freak out instead of receive, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, 9 shots, voice, forwards, and beyonds. So a lot of us are actually functioning from the negative and the positive, the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, with the way of being with our bodies. A lot of us are operating from, how to do things versus what the body really requires. And I will come to all the questions that are in the chat very soon. I just want to get this across to you here, that when you operate from right and wrong, when you operate from, this is the right way of being with my body, and this is a wrong intensity, and it's too much, and it's bad, and I'm going to change this. You've gone to the polarity of wrongness with your body. And, it's like when we talk about polarity, it's a lot like the magnetic attraction and repulsion, the like plus plus and plus minus and minus minus, right? Minus repulses minus and plus attracts minus, right? That's a lot like who you start to be with that point of view, that has you then creating an electromagnetic personality around that point of view. So there's too much of energy around a certain quote unquote, that you have decided is too much energy around, around say intensity in your shoulder. You've gone into it's wrong, and I've got to fix it, which is the right. And how do I fix it, which is the right, versus I can't fix it, which is the wrong. And now all those points of views that you're using around that one point of view that you have, that the intensity is too much, has you creating an electromagnetic personality that keeps you stuck in that point of view, instead of just looking at it and being the space of, how can I change this? Yeah. So all the electromagnetic personalities that you have, all the electromagnetic personalities that you are operating from with your bodies, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. The earth rotates on its axis, right? It just rotates on its axis. It knows, it's got a rhythm, it's got a dance, it's got a movement, and it knows that that movement creates greater, and it just kind of rotates. It doesn't stop to see, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? It just rotates, and it keeps moving, and it keeps moving. And in that movement lies creation and generation and institution. In that movement lies the day and the night and the seasons, and the change of weather, and everything that we live here to receive and to be. There is no space of electromagnetic, being the electromagnetic personality for the earth there, because it's in constant movement. When you stop the movement, you have to have a judgment. And when you have a judgment is when you step into electromagnetic personalities. So how many electromagnetic personalities are you using that doesn't allow your body to shift and to change? Right, wrong, good, bad, shots, voice, forwards, and beyonds. How many electromagnetic personalities are you using, justifying, proving, by holding on to what you've decided is unchangeable about your bodies? Everything that is times a godzillion, would you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Guys, if you could really look at one point of view that your entire life seems to be revolving around. The point of view could be pain is real, pain is true. Okay, let's look at that point of view, that pain is true. That you don't understand how bad pain is. You don't understand because I have the pain. How do you know how bad it is? It is real. And now you kind of hear yourself defending that pain and justifying the pain as real versus asking a question that can just change it. And now when you have that rightness of your point of view around the point of view that you have, that pain is real, you're actually going into, the positive and the negative. That pain is real is positive, that you can't change it is a negative. And now you got to hold on to that so you can maintain the point of view and the point of view doesn't dissipate. So I'd really like you all to play with this energy and actually look at any one area right now. Let's do this little exercise. Look at any one area. I have the point of view that lack is real. Yeah, thank you for that, Rahul. That's a big one. Let's look at that point of view, okay? You can look at pain is real, we can look at lack is real, or whatever for you is true. And if you have another point of view that you're struggling with right now, look at that one, okay? And if you want, you can even write it down. You can just write it down, that lack is real. That's the point of view that I am operating from, that lack is real. Okay, ooh, wow, thank you. Oof, did everyone get that energy? Ah, definitely not a fun one. Okay, all right, let's get present with this energy now, okay? And all the coping mechanisms that you're using to escape, avoid, defend, run away from this point of view, would you destroy and uncreate that? I drunk a bad papaka, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. All the points of views. It just says I have the point of view that loneliness is real. Okay. All the points of views that you have, that loneliness is real. All the points of views you have that loneliness is real, and everywhere you're avoiding it, defending it, justifying it, proving it, holding on to the rightness of that point of view, while trying to change it, desperately looking to change it, that keeps you in creating the electromagnetic personality. Would you allow, please be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, buckle, night shots, voice, forwards, and beyonds. So for some of you, lack is a pain in your life. For some of you, loneliness is a pain in your life. For some of you, an intensity called pain in the body is a pain in your life. For some of you, relationship is a pain in your life. And for some of you, you have it all. Wow. Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poker, light shots, voice, forwards, and beyonds. Oh. Great. So let's look at this energy and let's just be present with it and ask, what are my coping mechanisms with this point of view? What do I choose to be with this? What have I been choosing? Is my coping mechanism sadness? Is my coping mechanism sleep? Is my coping mechanism overeating? Or is it alcohol? Is it drugs? Is it too much sex? What is my coping mechanism? Is it fighting? Is it being in conflict? Is it judging? What is my coping mechanism with this point of view? Like Ruffle said, lack, and all the other, like procrastination and loneliness. Yeah. What is the coping mechanism that I'm choosing with this point of view? That has me coping instead of changing. Vigakshi says all of the above. Amazing. Everything that brought up. Would you destroy and uncreate that? Oh, right, wrong, good, bad, what, walk, line shots, voice, forwards, and beyonds. All the coping mechanisms with this point of view. Would you now please be willing to destroy and uncreate at all times a Godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, vocal, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. All the points of views that you're holding on to by coping with them instead of asking a question that could change it. Would you all please destroy and uncreate that? Yep, Jatinder. Right, wrong, good, bad, what, vocal, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. All the coping mechanisms. You know your coping mechanisms. Is it sadness? Is it depression? Is it becoming a victim? Is it being pathetic? Is it hurting your body? Is it drinking alcohol? Is it drugs? Is it medication? Is it anger? Is it hate? Is it the judgment? What is the coping mechanism that you choose? Is it the tears and the crying and the drama and the trauma? What is the coping mechanisms that you choose? All the coping mechanisms that you're choosing with the point of view that doesn't allow you to shift, change, transform, mutate what you find yourself at the effect of. Would you now please be willing to revoke, recant, reclaim, rescind, renounce, destroy, and uncreate it all times a Godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, what, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. All the coping mechanisms that you are choosing that has you avoiding and defending the point of view and the rightness of the point of view that you keep choosing, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, papa, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. All the coping mechanisms that you're using to avoid and defend the rightness of the limited point of view that keeps you stuck in self-sabotaging and self-destruction that you keep choosing, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Endless looking for the right answer. Yeah. How much of endlessly looking for the right answer is you already deciding and concluding that you don't know? Because if you knew, you would just know. You wouldn't look for the right answer. You would be like, oh, this is what I know. Thank you. Yeah, Prabhu, that. But this, I wish I could change it, but I can't. This is not changing because these are all the reasons and justifications that you give yourself to not choose something different that has you justifying, choosing, and glamorizing and romanticizing and fantasizing the electromagnetic personalities that you be with your bodies and with everything else around you. Everything that is times a Godzillion. Would you destroy and uncreate that, please? Oh, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pockle, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So I recently did the Being You class with Dr. Dane. And, you know, as always, Dane absolutely Yeah, she takes us so into this space of what's true for us that so many of us are like, oh my God, this is too much. I just want to run away from it. I just can't deal with this. I don't want to look at it. Can I just close my eyes? Oh no, Dane, don't take me there. No, no, no. And Dane's like, move, move, let's go, let's go, let's go. You want to come? You want to come? And we're like, coming, 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 coming. Don't go without me. While all along being like, oh. So that was what we were in the Bingu class. Put into the washing machine, switched on full, and hung out to dry. It was an absolutely amazing class. And in that class, he talked about something called a twist, which some of you may have heard of in some other class. I'm not sure. I mean, it came up in the BNU class, so I'm not sure if you've heard it. But if you were in the BNU class, you did get to hear about the twist. So the twist is something that you have hired an entity or you've hired an energy whose specific purpose is to twist you into the darkest, deepest bullshit of this reality. Yeah, Sugandha, that was me. I was like, right? So how many of you have hired an entity whose specific purpose is to twist you into the darkest, the deepest bullshit of this reality? Hands up. Yeah, I know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Everywhere you hired that entity whose specific purpose is to twist you and to keep you in the darkest, deepest bullshit of this reality, would you all now please be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, rock, or nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Everywhere that you hired an entity whose specific purpose is to twist you into the darkest, deepest bullshit of this reality and to keep you in that and never allow you to choose anything different, would you now please be willing to revoke, recant, reclaim, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it all times a zillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Once again, anywhere you may have any lifetime, including this lifetime, that you may have hired an entity whose specific purpose is to twist you into the darkest, deepest bullshit of this reality and to keep you there and to never allow you to choose anything different. Would you all now please be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And now, let's say this together. You can keep yourselves muted. We are the locks. My body is the key. We are the locks. My body is the key. We are the locks. My body is the key. I am the lock. Our bodies are the keys. I am the lock. My bodies are the keys. I am the lock. Our bodies are the keys. I am the lock. My body and the world are the keys. I am the lock. My body and the world are the keys. I am the lock. My body and the world are the keys. I am the lock. My body and the world are the keys. I am the lock. My body and the world are the keys. Now is the time and space, and now is the space beyond time to be set free. Everything that doesn't allow that, would you all destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, nine shots, boys, power. Wow. Yeah. What if now is truly the time and truly the space to set yourselves free? And this, of course, is courtesy Dr. Lane here. I just read it out. Everything that doesn't allow us to shift, change, transform, mutate, heal, nurture, all the energies to the greatness of what is possible. You're welcome, Rushi. Would you all please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, Papaka, 9 shots, voice, forwards, and beyonds. Highly recommended that you buy the Being You class that just happened. It was absolutely phenomenal. I cannot, and I don't say this because I'm not promoting the class. I'm not a host for the class. The class is over, but I just want you all to know this class will truly change something. It was like, it's a Being You class. And I remember talking to Isha and telling her, I said, this felt like the first access class I've ever done. So if you're really looking and asking for that magic that's really possible, guys, this one just could be that. And everything that doesn't allow you to just choose it. And everywhere you've gone to, but it's expensive. I don't have the money, but how, where, why? When you destroy and uncreate that drama, you know it's not yours. Put it right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Choose it and ask for it. And what else is possible? Until then, you can keep running this clearing that I ran on today's call. You can pull it out of this class or this call because it is going to be shared on as a replay, and it will be on YouTube too. So you can either listen to it again and again and again, put it on a loop, or hear this call that we just did. And I really wonder what this can change for each one of us here tonight into the future. And I would love to take some questions if anyone has any. And if you all are fried, we'll say good night and see you all soon.
Not fried, but space of silence.
Yeah, Sugandha, I know. You know, after the Being You class, I was actually the space of silence for almost 3 days. I just couldn't talk. I was just, and I know you came and ran my bar, so you saw my state. You were like, "Aapko kya hua?" I was like, I don't know. Something just happened. So well, yeah. So I also wanted to talk about, do have a SOP taster coming up with Ease with Bodies, and it's coming up on the 23rd, and it's at only 5,100 rupees, 5,100 INR. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars. I will let you know. And it's a 45 minutes SOP, and we are going to look at everywhere that we've allowed ourselves to be twisted into stuckness and into the space of where we haven't allowed ourselves to be the ease that we truly could be with our bodies. And when you have ease with bodies, guys, just one little reminder, when you have ease with your body, you have ease with everything, including money, including, movement, including if there's too much intensity, you even have ease with that. So I invite you all, each one of you, to come join us. And what else is possible with bodies that you haven't yet been willing to explore? Thank you for the red heart. You know I love red hearts, Megakshi. You're welcome, Seema. And it is on the 23rd in the evening. I think I'm not sure the time. What's the time, Sugandha?
7.
I don't know. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. For India, I know we have a lot of people from Indonesia here. The time for Indonesia would be 8:30 p.m. We have people from Dubai here. Dubai time would be 5:30 p.m. Okay. All right, lovelies. Thank you everyone for joining us, and run this clearing and set yourselves free. Bye-bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Thank you.
You.
You're welcome.